What's going on, everybody? My name's Chris. Welcome to my channel. This is part 3 of my second guitar build. The second guitar I've ever made. And it's a Florentine Cutaway. In the last video I got the sides put together, attached. Made the Florentine part. I got the kerfing installed. So today I'm starting off with the side struts. Now I've already got 3 in there. And it's just cut off pieces from the sides before I thickness them. So I'm going to just slide those in. Cut them to length. Glue them in, not much to it. So let me get these 3 put in there. Oh yeah, let's take a look. This looks really good. I'm just holding this up to the light up there. See if I see any light coming through the seam. All right, so I need to work on this a little bit more. So let me go ahead and take care of that, and I'll check back with you. All right, I've got that done. It looks pretty good. This is the plate joining jig I made for my last guitar, and I'm gonna use it to help join these 2 pieces together. So you'll see how this works in a second. If you didn't see the first guitar build, it's pretty easy, self-explanatory. Where's my glue? Way over there. Thought I had everything ready to go, but apparently not. I'm gonna offset this side just a little bit so there's a ledge right here. That'll make it easier to see the center. The last one I didn't do that, and I had a heck of a time trying to find the center of the back. I've got the back removed from the plate joining jig. It looks great. The joint looks perfect. I'm still adding side struts to the side of the guitar. It's been a couple days since that last clip. I figured I might as well go ahead and join the top together and get ahead on that part. So something I've been thinking of in my head now for a few weeks now. So this is the top that I originally bought for this guitar build, right? Torrefied Sitka spruce top. But after I'd already bought this, somebody contacted me and said they wanted to send me a top that he bought when he worked at Martin. Can't remember if he said the 80s or the 90s. So it was a while back. And he sent me this top. That's a Martin top. So look how nice this looks. And I kind of like the striation right there going down. So anyway, when he said he was going to send this to me, and by the way, thanks Ed, I appreciate it very much. You have no idea. My immediate thought was totally going to use that for this guitar. Definitely, it's going to be awesome. The more I thought about it, and the more I started getting into the Florentine Cutaway part, I don't know, in my head I'm thinking I'd like to preserve the whole top, and I would hate to have to cut part of it off, not even knowing if I'll be able to pull the Florentine Cutaway off. You know, by the time I get to the binding, I could really screw things up. And I really don't want to have to mess this nice guitar top up. All right, so my thought is I would love to use this on a guitar where I keep the whole top, no cutaways. I think I might just go ahead and do that. Save this for the next guitar or the one right after that. And it's just been a difficult decision to make because I really wanted to use this right away. But anyway, I think what I'm going to try to do, I may have issues with this one, I'm not sure, because there's some stuff here. I'm going to make sure I stay in this center section. I don't know what these brown marks are, if they're going to be there or what, but I'm going to go ahead and join this top and act like I'm going to use it for now to see if it's going to work out, and just see how it goes. All right, so let me go ahead and get this thing jointed and joined together. Oh man, already looks great. All right, this time, like I did on the last time, I'm going to leave a little bitty small step in between them so they're not perfectly aligned on the top. Gotta make sure it's all the way down. It's good to go. All right. All right, and just so you know, that's where I did the glue up, but this space is not humidity controlled. My kids open and close the garage doors too much to be able to keep it humidity controlled, so I have this basement area, and I'm keeping everything right after gluing up, drying in here. So there's some side struts getting glued on, and here's the top that I just joined together. So in this area right now is 47% humidity. So just in case you're wondering, the dehumidifier I'm using is Puricare by LG. It's the 50-liter version, and I've got the hose hooked up to it currently, so it's running all the way out to the outside of the garage to over here. So it's working great. All right, so it's the next day. It's been a whole 24 hours, and that top panel is actually done drying. I've already got it out of the clamps, and I've just got it in my 45% humidity room over there, just sitting, waiting. Okay, so the top and the back are both ready to go. I'm probably going to work on the back first and then go to the top next, but I'm going to go ahead and work on the braces for the back. And if you watched my last guitar build series, my first guitar build, the part when I was making the braces, you'll remember I ended up with 2 extra pieces and figured out that I would have enough for the next guitar, and I even made that comment. So here the pieces are. I recovered them, and they're to the thickness they need to be, which is awesome. It's going to save me some work. I should be able to cut these in half and have my 4 braces for the ladder bracing on the back. So we cut these out on the bandsaw. I'll go ahead and measure them out. This is the same set of plans I used for the first guitar. All right, I've kind of been all over the place with what I've been working on. I started working on the back braces. I've already had 2 or 3 sessions of trying to thin out the back, which sucks because I don't have a drum sander and I'm doing it with a scraper. Just all the more reason and just more confirmation that I absolutely have to have a drum sander. So now I'm going to go ahead and take care of this end graft, which is going to be this piece of bloodwood. I've got it marked out as good as I can get it. So I'm going to go ahead and get the sides cut out. Take care of this. Looks like the color of the wood has changed, so I think I'm all the way through. Let me go ahead and finish this up, and I'll come back to you. All right, I've got the grooves cut, and I just honed my blade. Go ahead and try to get that out of there very carefully. All right, let me turn this around, go from the other way, and I'll catch back up with you. All right, I'm all the way through. It's just a little rough. I'm trying to smooth it out. I hope I cut this thing far enough in. I did. I wasn't planning for the little maple strips I wanted to put in there, or I would have gave myself more room. I wonder if I still have enough room where I can fit those in there. Let me just go get those maple strips and try it out. All right, so it doesn't look like I'm gonna have enough. So instead of trying to make the mortise wider, I'm gonna take this end graft and shave some off of each end. All right, I think I'm ready to go. I guess there's nothing else to do but to do it. All right, so let me show you what happened. I'm gonna have to cut it out and redo the end graft. I'm kind of, aggravated about that, but better to go ahead and fix it now than to try to move forward and then it reveal itself later during the final sanding, for example. So let me show you. And from this angle, it might look okay, but really, if you look close, I don't know if I can get close, you can see the difference between the layers of veneer. So that little whitish or lighter color is the I guess the epoxy between the two layers. So that's not working. And what happened here is, you know, this is not even. And I kept on scraping and kept on scraping and it wouldn't go down any lower. Well, turns out, I don't know if you can see that, but there's gaps. I did not do a good job of flattening out the mortise that I cut out for the end wedge at all. I mean, it's horrible. Look how bad it is. So that piece on the left side is not even glued down all the way because it's not even touching the bottom. So that piece is just floating there, and it's gotten really thin. So I've still got more sanding to do on this, so I don't want to mess it up worse than it is. So I decided I just need to back off and start over. So what I have is this black acacia. I bought it as a head plate. It's basically a head plate stock. I had bought this and an Indian rosewood head plate when I wasn't sure exactly which one I was going to use for this guitar. I ended up going with the Indian rosewood, so I'm going to go ahead and use this solid wood. And I guess I should have enough to use for a heel cap as well. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a wedge out of this, and I'll probably cut a little bit wider than this one just so that my saw mark is right outside, and then I can chisel that out. All right, here we go again. I've got the curves cut. All right. I think that's going to do it for now. I think I'm good. I hope those little pieces of maple are all the way down. Looks like they are. All right, I'm gonna have to call that the end of the video, all right? After that disastrous end wedge. I mean, it came out all right. I just hate that I had to redo it. Can't complain. I like the look of that black acacia really a lot. So I've got the side struts in. And you know, the side struts weren't exactly the same thickness as the kerfing. So since I went through the bottom kerfing, I put another little shim in there just to make up the rest of the thickness so that the kerfing was the same thickness all the way across. And then I've got the top and the back joined, top here, and the back like you've seen. And for some reason, this is the bottleneck now. This is why I'm kind of cutting the video. I can't really move forward until I can get this thing down to thickness. And I'm having a lot of trouble doing that with the scraper. I'm just not getting the curls like I need. I'm getting a lot of just dust. And I spent 4 or 5 sessions scraping on this thing. I call them sessions. I just go until my arms are too tired, which is maybe 5-10 minutes of just constant scraping. And I can't seem to get good curls. I can't seem to get that scraper sharp like I was able to on the last guitar. So I don't know what the deal is. I just can't seem to get it to work. I don't know what to do. I'm saving for a drum sander, so one of these days I'll be able to get one. I've got the back braces done, waiting to go, and you know, I've got all that done in this video. It doesn't look like a lot to show you, but several steps have been done, and in between this video and the next, I'm going to work on getting that back down to thickness where it needs to be so that we can skip all that in the video and just get straight to it. All right, thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you. Hit subscribe, tell your friends, tell your mama, and we'll talk to you next time. All right, bye.